unequivocally that Joe Biden won the 2020 election and Donald Trump lost?
See, this is the game that is always played by mainstream media with leading Republicans. It's a gotcha game.
It's a gotcha game. This is the game. What the fuck is the game? You're playing a game with a lie. This big-ass lie that won't die. Either democracy dies or the big-ass lie dies, right? This is the choice. Something's got to die. I know Republicans, they love death. They love when Americans are prematurely dead in some form. Oh, and that's why when one of these maggots send something to me on Twitter or whatever, it's like Trump derangement syndrome. Because I reposted a picture that somebody else posted of Harris and what's her name, Cheney, coming out on stage like normal people, campaigning like normal people, and Trader Trump and Elon Musk, where Elon Musk is jumping in the air like a fucking baboon, looks like an idiot. And, it was very comical, stupid looking face. And of course, very evil looking face too. So it was like, there's normalcy and there's the weirdo, the weirdo crowd. And, one of these maggots was like, oh, way to normalize a war criminal. Her daddy's a war criminal. Whatever. I'm not here to fucking defend Liz Cheney or Dick Cheney, but it is what it is. Liz Cheney and Harris they're capable of acting like adults, walking on stage like normal people, and not coming up with some kind of fake ass faux enthusiasm for a goddamn traitor who promises to be a dictator on day one and is a traitor. I mean, he is a traitor. But, and then he was like, hashtag Trump derangement syndrome, hashtag liberalism is a mental disorder, which they like to say that, but of course, this is more projection for the Republican bizarro death cult. As we know, numerous studies have been done, like for real, that conservatism is linked to prejudice and low IQ. Hey, I didn't do the study. Also, large amygdalas, the fear centers in people's brains. It predicates political persuasion. Yeah, if you're all fear, if that's that's it. They just tickle your fear-based racist funny bones. And these people will throw their own mothers over a cliff. And of course, Trump derangement syndrome. We're looking at Trump derangement syndrome right here. Here it is.
See, this is the game that is always played by mainstream media with leading Republicans.
It's incredible.
It's a gotcha game.
A gotcha game. To ask you a question, you might as well ask, did the sun come up in the east or the west? Did the sun come up in the east this morning? You're playing a gotcha game. Did the sun set in the west? Oh, gotcha. This is what the mainstream media does. Yeah, the media asks the questions. It's called, the fourth estate. I wish they'd do a better job, frankly. We're in this boat because of them. A gotcha question. See, Republicans, and speaking of the lies, they want to lie. So I wish somebody would ask these maggots when they're sticking a microphone in their face and going like, how much do you love Trader Trump and you going to vote for him? And then they'd ask them, what do you think about a politician that is upset, that won't participate in an interview or anything if they're fact-checked? What does that say to you? What does that mean? I wish they would do that. Would they ask these idiots? Don't you want a politician that isn't running on lying to your face? Jesus Christ. But, it's the I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me. Oh, well, here, you want to talk about Republican liars. Here's a montage of Republicans lying about FEMA.
FEMA was handing out money to illegal migrants instead of keeping it for hurricane victims.
Unbelievable.
FEMA's running low on funds because they're blowing it all on illegals.
I hate him.
Democrats are prioritizing the needs of non-citizens.
Unbelievable.
And now we learn many of them are violent, depraved criminals.
We do?
Kamala
We
spent
learned that?
all her FEMA money, billions of dollars,
Billions
on
and
housing for
billions.
illegal migrants.
Which, none of that, absolutely none of that is true. They're full of shit. How many times does, it doesn't matter. The FEMA and other agencies have to come out. They have to say, and Republican governors and whatnot, and they have to say, stop it. You're lying again. But what do you do? You can't break through on Fox News because all they do is lie. Lying about, and this is all part of the stolen election. How they're gonna steal the country and destroy the country. Because how can you destroy a country if people trust the government? If your citizens believe that the government can control the weather and send a hurricane after you, well, that's kind of government that needs to be destroyed. That kind of democracy needs to be put in the hands of an autocrat, don't you think? They need to get it under control. A government that literally controls the weather, according to these monsters, and then sends horrific natural, quote unquote, natural disasters to states and counties they don't like. This is where we live. We share the same air with these morons. But it's all part of the way they're going to destroy America. And it's been going on since Trader Trump came down that escalator. And some morons were like, yeah, great. I'll vote for this filthy fascist. It took others a few more lines had to be crossed, and they joined in not to, they can't go over that bridge too far. But, we've been dealing with this dirt bag for going on a decade now. And they're not going anywhere quickly. Even if Trader Trump drops dead, maggot goddamn J.D. Vance, Trader Vance, is going to pick up that mantle. That's the plan, guys. And they will contest the election. They will cry foul. And they will do whatever it takes to destroy this country. And we will not let them get away with it. We're not going quietly into the night. Oh, don't worry. We won't storm the Capitol and defecate in the halls like they did. Defecate and urinate. And we will trounce them legally and peacefully on election day. But we're not going to let them get away with all their fucking dirty tricks. Their filthy, fascist, dirty tricks. And they're not going to win, okay? And they understand that. They know the only way that they will win is if they cheat. That's why they're working so hard. They're not working hard on convincing anyone to vote for them. As you can see, their entire strategy, he's not even campaigning in places where he needs votes. He's going to red districts because he wants all the maggots to to lick his ass. He needs that narcissistic supply. So they know. He already knows. It doesn't matter. It's not a game of addition for them. They're just motivating or trying to motivate the maggots to come out and, like the brown shirts, and be their shock troops. And if necessary on election day, commit acts of violence, intimidation, violence, do whatever it takes to steal the election. Even the election they're going to lose again. Like, this is what fascists do. And as former Joint Chiefs of Staff General Mark Milley said, that Trump is a fascist to the core. He said he is the most dangerous person to this country. And of course, this was Bob Woodward again. You know, he holds on to a lot of things until these, you would think that as somebody who is a patriot, I'm just saying, if you're a patriot and you have pertinent information, I don't know, you hold on to it.